Let's go ahead and play that clip, and then I want to move on to another traitor, another arrogant sack of horse manure. I'm sorry to use that term. It's the only way to describe him, Congressman Pete Stark. But let's play Herman von Rompuy. Here it is.
These problems can be overcome by a joint effort in and between our countries. 2009 is also the first year of global governance, with the establishment of the G20 in the middle of the financial crisis. The climate conference in Copenhagen is another step towards the global management of our planet. Our mission, our presidency, is one of hope.
All right.
Supported by acts.
And then you got not just von Rompuy, but Ban Ki-moon of the UN, and all of them saying the same thing. I just wanted to get that on record now that they've gone from just talking about it in their global conferences to openly telling you the answer to all your financial problems that we caused by design is giving us more power and paying us more money. The answer to that oil spill is paying us more money. And we'll talk to Bob about the oil spill. But first, I want to play this clip because you've seen little clips on the news. This was so arrogant that they happened to have Chris Matthews on for entertainment value in the coffee room Wednesday night. And I walked in there Wednesday afternoon, and he played the Pete Stark clip where Stark was being arrogant, saying, you want to shoot people, don't you? You don't want open borders, you want to kill people, just to a town hall in California. People are like, no, we're not even Minutemen, but they're not killing people. And like, there's no border problem. I mean, even Chris Matthews, a Democrat hack, had to say, my gosh, is that not the face of incumbency? I mean, this arrogant creature. Now, the whole video, it's like 10 minutes long, is up on Infowars and Prison Planet, unedited. But we don't, for time constraints, I'm just going to play the first minute or two and then get Bob Chapman's take on this, because this is arrogance. I mean, Mexico is admittedly collapsed. The State Department, foreign governments say it's a failed state. Now it's 23,000 deaths in the last 2 years. 80-plus miles of Arizona is off limits to citizens. I mean, it is just total bedlam. Total bedlam. I mean, South Texas is just shutting down in the border areas. It is. I saw a news clip, in fact, I ought to pull that up, of Detroit where they deliver food to the food lions and stuff, and they have guys with machine guns guarding the food now going into grocery stores. I mean, Mad Max stuff and tent cities are creeping in everywhere. And it's only going to get worse. This is what NAFTA and GATT did. And this guy thinks it's all funny. I mean, whether you're for open borders or not, don't say the border isn't open. Don't say there isn't a problem. Don't say it isn't horrible. Don't say there aren't these poor Mexicans sneaking across, getting killed by the hundreds every month and robbed by coyotes on the Mexican and U.S. side. I mean, this is dangerous, folks. This is lawlessness. This is like Afghanistan or something. Here it is.
The Minutemen want to have something to say?
Yep.
Who are you going to kill today?
Who are we going to kill today?
Yeah.
Well, I'd just like to know, well, actually American citizens are being killed right now by this drug war that's going on.
That's right.
Okay, I want to know why the federal government is not doing anything, or a lot more, to seal our borders in this country so that we're a solvent country again.
Oh, we can't get enough Minutemen armed. We'd like to get all the Minutemen armed so that they can stop shooting people here.
It's not our job. We're just citizens.
Hit pause.
The United States government.
A funny kind of.
Hit pause. So he calls anybody in the crowd, because it goes on, who's for sovereignty and defending our borders, Minutemen who want to kill more people and have killed people. The Minutemen have killed no one. Okay? So this is how this is what Saul Alinsky taught communists to do. Accuse people of what you do. The illegal aliens and the drug traffickers are the ones killing people. So he's saying, oh, no, the Minutemen are killing people. Let's continue.
This country so that we're a solvent country again.
Oh, we can't get enough Minutemen armed. We'd like to get all the Minutemen armed so that they can stop shooting people here.
It's not our job. We're just citizens. It's the United States government constitutionally protect us.
Well, so I say we'll try and get you some more arms and get you down there to.
We don't want to go down there. We want to have lives, of normal lives. We pay taxes, and we pay to have the government take care of our borders.
Is that all?
Is that all what?
The government should do?
Well, that's one of the things the government is supposed to do. That's what the federal government is there for. They said they were going to do it, and they're not doing it.
Well, then we don't need the Minutemen.
That's correct. Good. We don't want to.
Well, let's send the Minutemen home. That's a good idea.
No, why don't you have to
What answer?
Your smart answer.
Wait a minute. You don't want to. What kind of an answer would you like, young man? He asked the question. Look, can I answer? Do you mind if I answer his question? Excuse me. You'll get your turn.
Please do answer the question.
Yeah, what's your question?
The question is, why is the federal government leaving our borders porous for anybody to come in anywhere they want?
If you knew anything about our borders, you would know that that's not the case. Our borders are quite secure, thank you.
How do you find out? Excuse me.
Back that up. Back that up. This is unedited. Our borders are quite secure, thank you. And notice he talks like one of these burnout, high school teachers who sneaks off at lunch and has a martini lunch. And he sits there like he's talking to a group of elementary school students, where it isn't about the information. It's about him acting smug and saying, then the Minutemen can go home, can't they? It's all about how we're trash. And this is the quintessential fake liberal arrogance. I mean, you'll sit there and tell them a decade ago, derivatives are going to destroy us. It will destroy our economy. And they're like, the economy's doing great. Well, shut up, conspiracy theorist. Bob Chapman, hearing that, and for TV viewers that are watching on prisonplanet.tv, watching that, that attitude, that spirit, I think, really illustrates everything that we're fighting and is 180 degrees the opposite of what our founders set up as we go into the 4th of July. I mean, is that guy, I don't just throw the word treason around, is that guy not a treacherous little vermin? This creature, Congressman Pete Stark, I mean, he needs to be thrown out of office immediately. Bob Chapman.
Well, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad he's doing what he's doing, because what he's doing is alienating the American people who know better. There was a poll taking yesterday or the day before, and people were asked in the survey, how do you feel about the actions by Arizona in regard to illegal aliens in their new rules or laws? 4% said they were against what Arizona was doing. 90% said they were for it. I've never seen any survey that was that staggering. I know that we saw some indications of how people think when they were polling for the people to see how they felt about the Federal Reserve being audited and investigated, and the polls ran anywhere from 78 to 82%, which really surprised me. But 90%, I think the president's going the wrong way on this issue at the wrong time. This thing could blow up in his face.
Well, I agree, and he's also involved in a mass hoax. In his speech, I've got the text of it here in my stack, he said, Latino, Hispanic Americans want this, and it's the right thing to do. And then the article in Reuters that had his quotes said, yes, he's doing this ahead of an election for Hispanic votes. I've seen polls of 70, 75, 81% of Hispanics who are Americans. They're as red-blooded as anybody else. They know Mexico's collapsing. They know the Southwest is uninhabitable on the border. They know the illegal aliens are driving down the wages. We don't hate the illegal aliens. We just know they're being used as a political weapon to bring down this country. They know 46 states are on the verge of going bankrupt. They know Schwarzenegger just told 200,000+ employees they're going to have to get minimum wage and have their wages cut from $20 an hour, which you can barely live on in California, in many areas, down to $6 an hour. They know we're bankrupt, folks. We're sinking. We're a lifeboat piled up with the welfare state. I mean, it is insane to see this guy say there's no border problem. The border is quite secure when it is bedlam. I mean, folks, it is bedlam. 1/3 of Arizona is now denied to law enforcement. They have signs up on highways and national parks saying don't go in. I mean, every week people have their farms burned down and ranchers are being killed. There is a La Reconquista, La Invasora going on, and it is a nightmare. I mean, Bob, I know I'm ranting here. I just cannot believe how crazy this is.
Well, you should be, and you should say what you're saying. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't we have in the last day or two on the Mexican side of the border a large gunfight between two warring cartels where a number of people were killed?
No, the cops are being killed. It's ongoing. But, I mean, the issue is the majority of Hispanics want the border shut, and the media runs this hoax that it's racist if you want to have a border when every other country has one. It's racist. It's like, you don't want health care run by the government? You know, raise your taxes, cut the benefits? You're racist. You don't want to have war with Iran? You're racist. You don't want to give up all your property? Racist. You don't want your taxes raised? I mean, racist? What in Hades does that have to do with it? That little establishment knuckle dragger, slimeball Chris Matthews knows full well what he's doing when he invokes racism. He is a race pimp. He is the racist.
And that's true. And that's why he does that, is because he gets paid to do it. And there's too many people in the world like that, and there's nothing we can do about harnessing people like that. But I hope Stark continues to shoot his mouth off and be the arrogant little puke that he is. It's very important, because he just alienates more and more people.